The story begins in the chaotic yet magical world of backstage life, where the air is thick with anticipation, nervous energy, and the faint scent of hairspray and costume glitter. A 10-year-old girl, tiny in stature but enormous in presence, stands before a lighted mirror, adjusting the sparkling sequins on her pop star-inspired costume. Her hands tremble slightly as she holds a microphone, the weight of her dreams resting in her palms. Around her, the dressing room buzzes with activity. Makeup brushes glide across faces, stylists fuss over last-minute wardrobe adjustments, and assistants scurry about carrying water bottles and props. Despite the surrounding frenzy, she finds a moment of stillness, taking deep, measured breaths as she prepares herself mentally for the stage. Her eyes flicker with a combination of fear and excitement, reflecting both the pressure of performing and the thrill of being about to showcase her talent to the world. A parent or coach kneels beside her, offering words of encouragement, reminding her that her voice is powerful, that her talent is unique, and that this moment is hers to own. The mirror reflects not only her image but also a glimpse of the performer she is about to become, the girl who will command a stage larger than life despite her small frame. Every detail, the glitter in her hair, the soft shimmer of her costume, the microphone clutched in her hands, tells a story of dedication, preparation, and raw anticipation, a silent prelude to the magic that is about to unfold. From the dressing room, she steps into the narrow corridor that leads to the main stage, a tunnel illuminated by dim backstage lighting and punctuated by the distant, glowing brilliance of the stage lights ahead. Each step she takes echoes softly, blending with the low hum of the crowd beyond the curtains and the distant sound of other performers preparing for their moments in the spotlight. Her tiny shoes tap rhythmically on the floor as she walks, a mixture of nerves and determination reflected in every movement. She clutches her microphone tighter, feeling the texture of the handle grounding her, reminding her that she has worked tirelessly to reach this point. Shadows stretch behind her, elongated and dramatic under the overhead lights, creating a cinematic silhouette of a child walking toward her destiny. In the background, her parents watch with bated breath, their eyes shimmering with pride and anxiety. The corridor feels simultaneously long and fleeting, a liminal space between the ordinary and the extraordinary. She glances forward, the blinding lights of the stage almost too brilliant to look at directly, and yet they call to her, promising the culmination of years of practice, the realization of dreams she has nurtured since she first discovered her voice. Every step is measured, each heartbeat synchronized with her determination, as she moves closer to the threshold that separates backstage tension from on-stage triumph. The moment she steps onto the stage, the atmosphere transforms entirely. The bright, warm lights envelop her in a halo of brilliance, casting her small figure in sharp relief against the expansive stage. The audience, a sea of blurred faces in the background, erupts into applause, and she feels the electricity of their attention coursing through her. She positions herself in the center of the stage, microphone in hand, and takes a brief pause to center herself. Then, as the first notes of a Lady Gaga song fill the auditorium, she begins to sing. Her voice, pure, powerful, and astonishingly mature for her age, carries effortlessly across the space. Each note is precise, each phrase imbued with emotion that belies her years, commanding the attention of everyone present. Her movements are confident, a choreography of gestures and expressions that enhance the performance without overshadowing the vocal mastery. The spotlight follows her as she sways, lifts her arms, and engages the audience with a presence that is magnetic. The camera pans across the crowd, capturing reactions of astonishment and admiration, and then shifts to the judges, whose eyes widen in disbelief. The child is no longer merely a 10-year-old, she has become a living embodiment of talent, an artist who captivates with every breath, every note, and every motion. The energy of the stage infuses her with a sense of liberation and exhilaration, and for a few minutes, she is not just performing, she is transforming the stage into her own universe of sound, emotion, and artistry. As the performance continues, the focus shifts subtly to the judges' panel, where the reactions are as dramatic as the performance itself. Close-up views capture their expressions of astonishment and admiration, their mouths slightly open, eyes wide, and hands instinctively rising in applause or gestures of approval. One judge, reminiscent of Simon Cowell, raises his eyebrows, a mix of disbelief and delight etched across his face, a reaction that has become emblematic of witnessing raw, unexpected talent. Another judge leans forward, whispering to a colleague, their face lighting up with surprise and pleasure, as if they are seeing a prodigy reveal herself in real time. Some judges even appear moved, their eyes glistening with tears as they absorb the performance's emotion and technical brilliance. The camera lingers on these reactions, capturing every subtle movement and expression, emphasizing the profound impact of the young performer on those who are accustomed to seeing professional artists at their peak. The audience joins in, their applause swelling and echoing throughout the auditorium, creating a tangible wave of energy that reinforces the intensity of the moment. This scene, more than any other, highlights the undeniable truth that talent can appear anywhere, often in the most unexpected forms, and that a single performance can leave a room, and its seasoned observers utterly speechless. Finally, the performance concludes, and the scene shifts back to the sanctuary of Backstage, now transformed by celebration and relief. The girl steps off the stage, still in her sparkling costume, and is immediately enveloped by her family and coach, their arms wrapping around her in a mix of pride, joy, and relief. Confetti falls around them, catching the light in shimmering colors, adding a festive, almost magical aura to the moment. She clutches a golden microphone prop or small trophy, tangible symbols of the recognition she has earned. Laughter, cheers, and hugs fill the space as the adrenaline of the performance slowly gives way to the warm glow of accomplishment. Cameras capture these moments from multiple angles, the wide smiles, the teary eyes, the small fist pumps of triumph, and the radiant glow on her face as she realizes the enormity of what she has achieved. Replays of the judges' astonished and praising comments are broadcast on nearby monitors, further cementing the significance of her performance. In these moments, the room is not just backstage but a space of validation and encouragement, where dreams are acknowledged, talent is celebrated, and the promise of a bright future is made tangible. Every detail, the glittering confetti, the joyful embraces, the golden mic, the warm lighting, creates a perfect counterpoint to the earlier tension and nerves, completing the emotional journey from anticipation to exhilaration, from fear to triumph, from a child with a dream to a tiny star whose talent is undeniably huge. Throughout all these scenes, the story unfolds as a seamless blend of tension, artistry, and emotion. The journey from backstage anxiety to stage domination, from the corridor's quiet determination to the spotlight's brilliant glory, from the judge's astonishment to the celebration of achievement, captures not just a performance, but a moment of transformation. It shows how talent, courage, and preparation intersect to create a spectacle that resonates with both those witnessing it live and those who will hear of it later. Every detail, from the sparkle on a costume to the nuanced expression of a judge, from the measured steps down the corridor to the triumphant hugs backstage, is meticulously crafted to immerse the audience in the narrative, allowing them to feel every heartbeat, every note, every gasp, and every cheer. It is a story not merely about singing, but about the courage to stand, to perform, and to astonish the world despite one's age or size, leaving an indelible mark that transcends the brief duration of a single performance. In the end, the narrative is a celebration of youthful talent, meticulous preparation, and the transformative power of performance. It shows how a single moment, when met with bravery and skill, can ripple outward, leaving lasting impressions on everyone who witnesses it. The 10-year-old star, tiny in physical stature but monumental in ability and presence, embodies the magic of possibility, that dreams, when nurtured and pursued with courage, can manifest in ways that inspire awe, bring joy, and create memories that linger long after the final note fades. Each scene, carefully layered with emotion, action, and visual detail, contributes to a cohesive story that resonates with audiences of all ages, reminding them of the wonder that exists when raw talent meets opportunity, and the extraordinary can emerge from the most unexpected sources.